Now you'll see plenty of RV reviews on YouTube, people talking about what you should buy, what you shouldn't buy, the monthly payments, the options available, but nobody really talks about how the vehicle got to the dealership in the first place, which is a very important question to ask yourself, because it might make you decide a little differently on whether or not you might purchase that unit. All these particular units are tow away, so a driver had to go pick up the unit at the manufacturer, which is mostly in Elkhart, Indiana, and bring it to the dealership. Now all the RVs that you can get in and drive are under drive-away, which me and my team driver did for a few years. All the rules apply whether you're drive-away or tow-away for what you can and cannot do with a unit as a delivery driver, as well as what you should look for when buying one of these units. Don't assume just because that sticker says 2019 that your vehicle is in mint condition when it arrives to the dealership. Very first thing we always look for is the glass. Make sure there's no chips, no cracks, no scratches from a windshield wiper. We then move alongside the RV. We look at the mirrors, we look at the paint job, we look at the tires. If the ladder is installed on the back, don't be afraid to grab a hold of it. That ladder is supposed to hold your weight. You shouldn't be able to wiggle it around when you grab a hold of it. Also, just because the gas cap says gasoline, we moved plenty of units that were gasoline with diesel gas caps or diesel gas caps that were supposed to be gasoline. Another thing nobody looks at when buying an RV is the frame. Now, why would you? You don't go buy a brand new car and get on the ground and look up underneath it. Perfect example of what you're looking for on this brand new 2019 Coleman is the caulking job around the window. If you're looking at the caulking job, look at the globs of caulk all the way around. Some spots, if you look real closely, have no caulk at all, where the caulk gun ran out. They put the new caulk gun in and didn't start where they left off. These are all things that you can use to your advantage when talking down the price at the dealership. Every dealership that we ever went to with an RV, the very first thing the woman or man did when coming out to inspect was go up the ladder and walk across the top. Now, for those of you who have bought RVs, how often has the sales manager said to you, want to climb up on top? There might be a reason for that. You should climb up on top and make sure there's no dents, scratches. The equipment on the top is in good working order. These drive-away units and tow-away units, once in a while there's a low bridge that you're not supposed to go under. When picking up these units, we've seen RVs that were returned by the driver with the air conditioning unit on the top removed. They went under a low bridge. The manufacturer then replaces the unit on the top and sends it back out. Well, if it took the unit off the top, there's a pretty good chance that it scraped up the top of the unit as well. Now, if you're automatically thinking, they're not going to let a unit out the door without making sure everything is legit. Unfortunately, that's far from the truth. Each manufacturer has an assembly line. The units have to be moved. Each unit has literally minutes per job before it moves on to the next guy doing the next job, or woman. If they forget to do something or don't have enough time, it moves on to the next person. When it reaches the end, it gets rolled out, delivered to the manufacturer, and put on the lot. The reason for this, and I know because I personally asked, it's much cheaper to have the extended warranty repair whatever is broken, cracked, oversprayed with paint, loose. It's cheaper to have the customer bring it back in and have it repaired by your warranty than it is to hold up the line. Now, I mentioned rules when transporting. The driver cannot smoke in the unit if it's a drive-away. They cannot eat or drink in the unit. They can't sleep in the unit. They're not even allowed to sit at the tables in the unit. Now, if you're thinking that your dealership is 2,000 plus miles away from the manufacturer in Elkhart, Indiana, and that driver at no point went inside that camper to hang out, to sit down, to relax, chances are you would be mistaken. Myself and Mark were professional drivers. We both have Class A's. We take our job very seriously. But I've been to many a truck stops where you see transport drivers come walking out in their bare feet. And they were driveway drivers. So if they have the nerve to drive a brand new 300,000, 500,000 plus unit barefoot, what else are they doing that they probably shouldn't be doing? So while you're walking around your unit and you're wondering why the tire is not fastened on tightly, the dealership, the salespeople are coming out to show you a brand new unit and they don't even bother to affix the tire correctly. You might want to ask for some space so you can walk around and evaluate the unit on your own without being distracted on what you should be looking at or what they want you to look at. On the next videos, we'll go inside the RV and what you should look for and what we've seen personally when inspecting the vehicles for transport.